There's simply no getting away from our waste. Even humans are fated to die and become waste products, either to be burned or buried as far as the natural order is concerned. Anthropogenic activities such as human overpopulation, land cultivation and energy generation have contributed to the Earth's degradation, resulting in climate change effects. Across continents, the issue of pollution has been a topic for constant discussion. In so many cases, people have disregarded the issue, relegating it to the background of societal problems. Yet, the truth remains that it is one of the leading causes of climate change in the world. Pollution and climate change are firmly related. Land pollution is probably the most evident cause of climate change that we can but hardly ever take notice of. You can walk through the streets of a city, a town, or even in your neighborhood and notice trash and flying debris in the trees. But pollution does not just go as far as litter. It also considers deforestation, expanding of cities, more landfills, soil erosion. Land pollution is the destruction of Earth's surface and soil, directly or indirectly as a result of human activities. Any activities humans do that causes dangerous impacts is viewed as pollution. And just like the rest of the other sorts of pollution, there are many sources pollution is released from. In Abulegba local government area, a shopping destination popularly known as Super features a large area of land where trash, ranging from mechanical parts to plastic containers and animal carcass, are being dumped on a daily basis. Residents in and around this area are left to endure the stench that oozes from the refuse, inhale the smoke when the trash is burning, and suffer diseases common to dirty environments. Ideally, we'd look at every aspect of land pollution in turn and try to find a way of either stopping it or reducing it. With problems like waste disposal, solutions are relatively simple. Scientists say that although recycling can dramatically reduce the need for sending waste to landfills, it also reduces the need for incineration, which can produce toxic airborne dust that blows many miles and still falls back to land or water. Plastics are another major source of contamination in our water channels. Of the 100 million metric tons of plastic produced every year, about 10 million end up in ponds, lakes, rivers, oceans. In Lagos State, pieces of plastic containers make up the Estate Ikola Bridge in Alimosho local government area, rendering what was once a popular fishing location to a dump site. This has left the river toxic and rendered hundreds of different marine species in it poisoned. This therefore reduces food for the fish and other animals, which will in turn affect our food security. This effect is detrimental to the aquatic ecosystem, which in turn affects climate change. Imagine this happening in several other parts of the country and other parts of the world. The end thereof can only be unimaginable destruction of both lives and property. The rubble gets trapped along drainages and waterways, which then gives rise to flooding when the rains kick in, and then erosion follows as a result. This is evidenced by the gradual destruction of the Earth's crust. When these go unchecked, what then is humankind left with? Where do we seek refuge? Where do we go? Waste management is a part of the problem. In order to curb this fast-growing menace, quick, viable, and effective solutions must be carried out to protect our dying ecosystem. Solutions such as recycling should be taken up by the government to ensure survival of human, animal, and plant life. And although this pollution method is for the greater good, it only allows for better waste management. The question, however, lingers: how much waste can be managed over time? States in Nigeria have put in place waste disposal authorities to pick up trash on the streets and dump them at places referred to as landfills, set aside for those purposes. But even so, these wastes still go unchecked and deposits of the rubble keep piling up, making the cycle continue. With all these management procedures being put in place, will the people be bystanders during the fight to sustain our beloved Earth? What then will the government do to break the cycle of waste disposal issues in the country?